the real tea on what it's like living in Dallas, Texas? Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Dee Walton with Exp Realty, local realtor here in the DFW area, and today I'm here to talk to you about 5 pros and cons of what I think you should know about living here in Dallas, Texas. Con number 1 of living here in Dallas, Texas is the toll roads. They're absolutely everywhere. No matter where you're trying to go in DFW, you're more than likely going to have to get on a toll road. There are 8 total toll roads here in DFW. And if you're going anywhere around the Metroplex to visit family or friends, or possibly just to go hang out, maybe visit downtown, maybe visit the Addison area, you're more than likely gonna have to get on a toll road. So it can be very costly, especially for those of you commuting back and forth to work. You probably have to get on toll road. The good thing is that you can find some workarounds by taking some side streets or taking some other alternative routes in order to avoid it, but more than likely you're gonna have to get on one of the toll roads. Con number 2 of living here in Dallas, Texas, you guessed it, the traffic. There's a lot of traffic here. I just talked about all the toll roads. There's still traffic on them. Even though you have to pay to ride them, you're gonna go pretty slow, especially during peak hours. So there's a study done by the University of Texas A&M where they measured the cities with the worst traffic just by the amount of time that the average commuter sits during that traffic during peak hours. And Dallas ranked number 7. Number 7, worst traffic. Number 1 was New York. Number 2 is Boston. Number 3 is Houston. Number 4 is LA. I thought LA would be number 1 too, but it's number 4. Number 5 is gonna be San Francisco. Number 6 is Washington, and Dallas, Texas is number 7. So if you're looking to speed through the highways and speed your way around town, Dallas is probably not the place for you. You're sometimes gonna be stuck in traffic. Con number 3 of living in Dallas, Texas is our property taxes. So if you're gonna live in Dallas, Texas, or if you live in Dallas, Texas and you're just renting, this is not really something that's a con for you and something you can worry about later when you become a homeowner. But for those of you who either live in Dallas already or plan to move to Dallas, you will have to pay property taxes. So because Dallas does not actually have state taxes on our income with your employer, it's actually a pro, but unfortunately you kind of end up paying that money back to the state via your property taxes. So the average property tax rate here in Dallas, Texas is 2.51%. So depending on where you are in the Metroplex, you may pay more or less than that 2.51%. On average, a homeowner is gonna pay roughly about $5,400 a year in property taxes, while the national average is roughly about $3,500 a year. So again, it's a con, but you have to cough up the money to pay your property tax. Con number 4 of living here in Dallas, Texas is you're gonna need a car. So unfortunately, the public transportation here in Dallas, Texas is not very good at all. We do have the Dallas Area Rapid Transit System, which is concentrated in Dallas, and you have TexRail, which is concentrated in the Fort Worth area. And those two have buses and trains for folks to get around, but unfortunately, they're not very robust systems at all. So you're gonna need a car. You can take DART or TexRail if you're trying to go to some main attractions here in DFW. For example, I like to take DART whenever I'm driving or going to the Texas Fair or going to downtown because it's easier on parking. You can just park at a local rail and then take the train to downtown or to the state fair. But if you're looking just to move around to visit friends or family or do regular activities and also commute back and forth to work, more than likely the DART is probably not gonna fit your needs. If you're one of those lucky ones, then great. But otherwise, you're gonna need a car. And finally, con number 5 of living here in Dallas, Texas is the heat. So it's hot here. Have really long summers and pretty short winters. On average here in the summer months, the temperature is roughly about 90 degrees. And in fact, there's about 20 days out of the year that the temperature is gonna hit over 100. and sometimes that even happens consecutively. The winters here are pretty short, somewhere between 2.5, 3 months, and the temperatures average during that time frame in about the 50s and 60s. So if you're looking for a place to live where there's 4 seasons, you're probably not gonna get that here in Dallas. It's gonna be hot and it's gonna be muggy. So let's talk about the 5 pros of living here in Dallas, Texas. The first one is the heat. I actually think I just put this in there for me. I love the heat. I hate the cold. So I actually don't care about having 4 seasons. I love the summer months. I love being able to wear summer clothes most of the year. I love being able to go for a swim or to a water park most of the year, going out for bike rides if you want to take your dog out for walks. Again, it's hot, but it's really, really great. It's one of those places where you don't have to think about bundling up, layering on, put a whole bunch of stuff on before you're going outside. So I had to put this on the list specifically for me, in my opinion, because it's a pro for me. Pro number 2 of living here in Dallas, Texas is home ownership is attainable. So in one of the cons, I talked a little bit about a con being the property taxes that we have to pay on our homes. But the pro and the flip side of that is that you actually can't afford a home here in Texas. So the average home price here in the DFW is just under $350,000. So you can buy a home relatively cheap. And depending on what you're looking for, whether that's acreage or square footage, bedroom size, the style, it's probably here in Texas. From old homes to new homes, you can find what you're looking for. So again, where you're beginning, depending on where you're coming from, whether that be the California area or the New York area, real estate here is so easy to come by and extremely affordable. Pro number 3 of living here in Dallas, Texas is the plethora of activities. Whether you are looking to do something with family and friends, or the kiddos, or just you, yourself, date night, the list goes on and on and on for activities to do, from visiting the Dallas Arboretum, the Dallas Zoo if you have the kiddos. You can even take the kiddos to Legoland, Great Wolf Lodge, tons of things to do here in Dallas, Texas. If you're looking for museums, you can go to the African American Museum, the Dallas Museum, or if you're looking to learn a little bit more about JFK, you can visit the 6th Floor Museum at Dealey Plaza. Also, here in Dallas, Texas, we're in Football Nation. So, or should I say Cowboy Nation? This is where the home of the Dallas Cowboys. Always a good idea to visit one of those games. And not only pro football, but there's tons of actual college football that's played here in Dallas as well. Also, you can't forget about downtown Dallas. Downtown Dallas has a plethora of activities and restaurants. Pro number 4 of living here in Dallas, Texas, I would be remiss not to talk about the food. You know, I'm actually thinking I'm gonna do another video just to talk about my favorite restaurants here in DFW, but anything that you're looking for, we have it here in Dallas. You're looking for American food, you're looking for Italian food, Mexican food, Thai food, whatever you're looking for, we have it right here in Dallas, Texas. The food is really, really good. I also think that Dallas is typically known for its barbecue, very famous barbecue restaurants and joints here, but I have to say that one of my favorite places to eat here in Dallas, Texas, and burger restaurants. One of my favorite burger places to go here in Dallas is called Rodeo Goat. They have a few branches across the DFW, but anyway, barbecue, burgers, whatever you're looking for, you can find it here in Dallas. And pro number 5 of living here in Dallas, Texas are the job opportunities. So many job opportunities, regardless of what your profession is, what your career is, what your interest is, or industry, you can find something here in DFW. In fact, there are roughly about 10 Fortune 500 companies here in the Dallas area. They're have their headquarters here. Companies like Toyota, AT&T, American Airlines, ExxonMobil, Southwest Airlines, the list goes on and on and on. So if you're looking for employment, no matter the industry, you can find a job here. So if you're stuck around to the end, you actually get to hear my bonus pro. The bonus pro for me of living in Dallas, Texas is the diverse living. As a realtor here, I get the pleasure of working with many different clients that are looking for so many different types of homes. So if you're looking for a home in the countryside, you want to live in suburbia land, if you're looking for a home in the city and you want to live a little bit more urban, or you're looking for a small lot or a big lot, so no matter what you're looking for, what type of living you and your family need, it's right here in Dallas, Texas. So I've been living here in Dallas, Texas for almost 15 years now, which is really, really crazy. I feel like it's my home. It's a great place to raise a family. It's even a great place to be if you're single. Has so much opportunity. So those are my 5 pros and cons of what it's like to live here in Dallas, Texas. And these are the things in my opinion. If you're looking for more videos like this, stay tuned, subscribe below, and I'll see you in the next video.